And welcome on in to another episode of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. I'm Terry, Tim beside me, Dave down below. Nick is a little bit late, but should be joining us sometime shortly.
Does he
And
have to?
Bryant will be back tomorrow. But we have some picks from Jake and Ryan. So I'll go over them at the end as well. But we will just jump right into the first game. I got 4 games picked out, of course, and then we'll get to last pitch as usual. And we'll start with this one. The Braves are headed to Philadelphia. We got Max Fried on the mound for the Braves. Ranger Suarez on the mound for Philadelphia. The Braves cost me my best bet yesterday, my 3-teamer. The Braves did not come through, and they actually got embarrassed yesterday. And now they're facing their rival, Philadelphia. You can find the Braves anywhere from minus 175 to minus 185 or minus 190. Philadelphia anywhere from plus 150 to plus 161. 8.5s across the board, a couple 8s, depending on which book you look at. Not really a big opinion on the total for me in this one, but I want to back Max Fried here. I want to fade Ranger Suarez here, and I want to back the Braves off an embarrassing loss yesterday. I think they bounced back today. I got the first 5 minus a half. I am at minus 110 yesterday. It's minus 118 for the best if you want it now. For the best number. And then I have Atlanta money line in a parlay with another team, which I'll get to later. But I like the Braves here. I think they kind of bounced back after an embarrassing loss yesterday. Tim, Braves and Phillies, 2 teams you don't like. What do you think in this one?
Oh, I hate both these teams. That's not the point. We were talking about this for a little bit behind stage before the show started. I'm going to go out and say this is the most important series for the Philadelphia Phillies regarding the rest of the year. Because if they go and get swept in this series, I think they become sellers. I think they start to blow everything up. And on the opposite side, if all of a sudden they win 2 out of 3 or maybe even sweep the Atlanta Braves, I think they're right back in the conversation for trying to make a push even up for the division. I know they're 9.5 games back now, but they have a very easy schedule coming up. They get like Pittsburgh 7 times and Cincinnati a bunch and Washington a bunch and Miami a bunch. So they got a very favorable schedule for August, which is the dog days, which they should be able to do well in. And another little angle I like to look at. If you guys don't watch Morningwood, it's on Picks and Parlays. You get the Monday show where Last Woody Standing starts every single week, and pretty much for the past like 6-ish months, I always go and find which play the most people have their bets on and fade it. Today, I believe there was 10 people either on Atlanta run line or Atlanta first 5 run line, which is telling me I'm grabbing Philadelphia. This is just a very motivational spot. There's no way the Atlanta Braves lose to the Phillies, right? Not a chance. The Braves are going to try to make a push. No, there's no way they lose to the Phillies or even lose the series. So I'm on the Phillies in this one. I got them at. Hey, you said anywhere from 150 to 161. My book's the one with the 161. So I'm happy I got it at that line. I got it at the best line possible. I'm backing Ranger Suarez, who's coming off of a good start against Miami. Granted, Miami can't hit a beach ball with an oar, but he's coming off of a good start. Maybe that builds his confidence. Max Fried has looked a little bit shaky lately. Walks are a little bit up for him. I think he's got to control that. If he can, then Fried, definitely a solid pitcher. But I'm on Philadelphia for this matchup.
Any opinion on the total?
I feel like if Philadelphia wants to win this one, it has to go over because they have to get to Fried. So over wouldn't be my idea, but I didn't bet a total.
Because I'm on Atlanta, I think they bounce back, and I think their offense bounces back. So I would probably lean towards an over. I could see Fried giving up a couple runs, Nick, any thoughts on the total?
No thoughts on the total here. I can see it going under potentially, but I don't have a thought on the total.
All right, Dave?
You're muted.
Thoughts on the total or the game?
Do total, and then we'll go back to Nick for the game.
No opinion on the total.
Okay, perfect. So, Nick, what do you think about the game?
Yeah, Tim, you said Max Fried's walks are up the last 30 days. He only averages 2.09 walks per 9, which is actually one of the better numbers on the slate. So I don't know what you're talking about there. But yeah, I got on this early. I got the Braves first 5 full game run line. I got the first 5 at minus 115. I think I'm seeing it like minus 120, minus 125. Oh, now minus 130 on my book. So I beat 15-cent line movement there. It'd be around a 15-cent line movement on the full game run line as well. I got it at even money. It's minus 115. I think we see a pretty decent size pitching advantage with Max Fried over Ranger Suarez. We had the Phillies coming in, getting swept against the Cubbies. So I don't like the way the Phillies are playing right now. So yeah, yesterday I made money fading the Braves with Dave's Angels there, and today I'm going to back the Braves with the first 5 full game run lines.
All right. I can't talk you off either of those, Jay Shank. Dave, what do you think? Braves and Phillies.
So I have no opinion on the total, and I have very little opinion on the game. I really don't care about it. I'd say that it's a Braves game. Max Fried's definitely a better pitcher. Both of these teams are kind of in the middle as far as hitting goes, and the bullpen advantage is way in Atlanta's favor. I think the only way I can take this, just because the Phillies aren't hitting that great recently, I'd take their team total under if I had a bet, but that's if a gun was to my head because I'm not watching or betting this game. So,
all right. Well, yeah, you don't have to bet every game. So we'll move on to the next one. One of my favorite games of the night. And I'll start off with, for new people watching the show, with baseball, I'm a very trend. I follow trends. So when something's working, I'm going to keep on betting it for as long as it works. And right now, this Boston Red Sox team is a mess. They are a total mess. And Pivetta is giving up runs, hits, walks. He's just letting his last 3 games, 2 losses, 1 no decision, 7 hits, 8 hits, 8 hits, 7 earned runs, 6 earned runs, 7 earned runs, 3 walks, 2 walks, 2 walks, 4 innings, 3 innings, 5 innings. Yes, 2 games against the Yankees, 1 against Tampa Bay. So Cleveland would be considered a step down. But after watching the Boston Red Sox play the last 3 games, I am very interested in the Guardians here. The issue is that I don't trust Zach Plesac. I don't trust him enough to back Cleveland as a side. In his last 3 games, he's 0-2 with 1 no decision against Detroit twice and Kansas City. And he still gave up 6+ hits in all 3 games. So he's giving up runs as well. So I want to talk to anybody off the total here. And if you're looking at the total, you can find it 9.5 for plus 100. Either team, it kind of varies. You can find either team for minus 102 if you're looking at it. But I took Cleveland team total over 4.5. I took that yesterday, and I got it at minus 105. So you can find it for minus 108, minus 110. I would take that. I think Cleveland can get 5 runs. I think Cleveland can get 5 runs on Pivetta and not even really need to go to the bullpen. But if for some reason they only get 3 or something like that, I can see the Boston bullpen giving up a few. Cleveland does hit righties well. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Much better against righties and lefties. So I like Cleveland team total over 4.5 in this one. Tim, Guardians Red Sox, what do you think here?
Yeah, I love this game. The one thing is that it has our best bet in it on the EuroSportsBets.com website. So unfortunately, can't give that one out because we still got to pay some bills. But I love this game in general. It should be a really good one, and hopefully we have a play on the side and the total for it. So hopefully we cash both of them.
All right.
Sorry.
Nick, I know you can't really give anything away, but if there's anything you want to say before we go to Dave.
Yeah, I mean, our best bets on the side. I can talk about the total. I would lean towards an over in this game. Both these pitchers have been very unreliable lately. When you look at these two pitchers, I'm trying to find their numbers here. They both have Sierra's at 4 the last 30 days. Well, Nick Pivetta has a 6.75 ERA the last 30 days. Both these guys have been struggling. So I would lean more towards an over more than anything else in this game.
All right. Dave, Guardians, Red Sox. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I'm with Terry. I'd lean to Cleveland. I don't have an official bet here. Nick Pivetta has been garbage. 7, 6, and 7. Those are the last 3 games, how many earned runs he's given up. 2 were to the Yankees. Obviously, they're going to hit, but 7 runs to the Rays. He's bad. Zach Plesac isn't very good himself, but he's not as bad as Nick Pivetta lately. Cleveland does hit right-handed pitching a lot better than the Red Sox do, and both bullpens are absolute dishwater garbage. So definitely an over could come. Cleveland's probably going to score more runs, so that's a good play too. I'd lean towards Cleveland with any bet that you're taking in this game. I'm just not fully sold on Zach Plesac, to tell you the truth, but I think it's Cleveland's game.
All right. Yeah, I'm not really sold on Plesac either. That's why I went with the team total. We'll go on to this one. And I've said before, I don't bet on bums or really on bum games. But this one, there's just a certain reason that I have to bet this game. So I'm kind of breaking my own little rule here. But I'll bring up the odds. You can currently find Angels for around minus 105 to minus 110. You can find Kansas City around minus 110 to minus 115. Mostly 8s, some 7.5s available. I bet the first 5. I bet Kansas City money line for minus 105, and it's still minus 105 at the best spots. You can also find it up to minus 125, depending on where you which books you use. But I was kind of hoping maybe it would go up to plus 100 somehow, but it didn't. So I'm fine with the minus 105 here. And the reason is the home and road splits for Greinke. I would love to fade Greinke on the road, which I've done, especially recently. I haven't backed him at home, but with the numbers as they are, and I'm sure someone else will bring it up, so I'll let them do that. But I think Kansas City first 5 money line minus 105. That's my one of my favorite bets of the night, actually. Tim, Angels and Royals. What do you think here?
Yeah, one of my favorite bets minus our best bet tonight is Kansas City. And I grabbed their money line. I put my best bet as the run line. I love the Kansas City Royals tonight. We get extreme home road splits for both pitchers, not just one, for both. The more mild one is Noah Syndergaard. On the road this year, 1-5 with a 5.96 ERA. At home, 4-2 with a 2.96. So a 3 ERA difference of between road and home, which seems like a lot. And then you look at Zach Greinke and go, what the heck? 0-5 for Greinke on the road with a 7.38 ERA. At home, he's 3-1 with a 1.86. I don't know. I don't understand it. That it's a whole almost 6 difference, almost 5 difference, something like that, 5.5, somewhere in that area of ERA from home to road. And that being said, I'm grabbing Kansas City all day. I don't know why this is a pick 'em. I know Kansas City is not a good team. I know the Angels are not a good team. So a lot of people might think 1-800-GAMBLER. I love bum fights, and I will go after this game, no problem. And I grabbed Kansas City for it, money line and run line. Run line's like 185, plus 185.
It could be close because, one, the Royals are playing actually pretty good right now. And the Angels coming off that big win yesterday. It's possible they could win 2 in a row. It's not unheard of. So maybe that's why it's kind of closer. Nick, Angels Royals, what do you think here?
Yeah, I didn't take a side in this game. I do like a total a little bit in this one here. And I'm still not sold on this Angels offense. Yes, they went off yesterday against Ian Anderson, who should be a AAA pitcher at this point. And I'm not sold on their offense.
No. Braves, if you're listening, Ian Anderson's fantastic. Leave him in your starting lineup. Anyways,
he's your ace. He's your ace.
You guys should keep him. Drop Max Fried down. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah. But this is a spot here. I took the first 5 under. I got first 5 under 4.5. I want to say. I never tracked it. I think 4.5 I got for this game. I've come prepared. 4. I got 4 at -110. I expect Syndergaard to be able to pitch pretty well against a lineup I'm not particularly high on with the Kansas City Royals, and I expect Greinke to be able to shut down Ohtani, and that's about it. Yeah, I'm on the first 5 under 4 for this matchup.
All right, so 2 of us liking Kansas City, 1 liking the first 5 under 4. Dave, are you getting involved in this bum fight today?
Yes. So a lot of things this is one of my favorite games of the day. And by the way, this is a game that kind of separates people that handicap sports and people that bet sports. This isn't the Dodgers, this isn't the Yankees, but when you can get excited for crappy teams that are going nowhere and see money spots, because there's a big money spot here, I think. We can talk about, and I'm an Angels fan. I'm betting against them. Both of these pitchers aren't good, in my opinion, overall. Zach Greinke's crazy good at home, amazingly good at home. And also, I guess I'll add that the Royals are hitting good. They're in the middle of the pack. Usually they're at the bottom of the barrel. They're in the middle of the pack, while the Angels are still at the bottom of the barrel, and they don't have Trout. But this game is interesting in every way. And the other thing you can see is too, the money line's about even money, but the Royals on the run line are plus 190. That just shows you how they think it's going to be a close game. Well, that's too much value for me to pick up. I have no faith in the Angels. I don't give a crap that they beat the Braves. You can, catch lightning in a bottle once in a while, but this game's just super interesting to me. Also, these pitchers are interesting to me. You've got a guy that looks like a Marvel comic character. And then if you've ever looked at Zach Greinke, if you've ever looked at a picture of him, he's the guy that you would want the least to light the fireworks at July 4th. He's got like PTSD, Vietnam.
That's psychopath written all over.
Look at it. I mean, it's crazy. It's like you don't want him near children. So it's even visually appealing. This is just super interesting to me. So it's a game I want to watch and a game I'm going to bet.
I will say one little story with Zach Greinke, just to show how crazy he is. There was a spring training thing where he was pitching to his teammates, and he hit one of his teammates with the pitch after he fouled off a couple, saying, "I don't want to waste extra pitches on you."
Also, one time I saw a story with Zach Greinke. One time, some kid wanted his autograph, and he handed Zach Greinke the ball and the marker to go sign, and Zach Greinke takes the ball, chucks it into the outfield, and walks away.
Yeah, I heard about that one. That's kind of weird, especially for a little fan. It's
Zach Greinke. Are we surprised?
But we will move on to the next one. That's the Rockies and the Brewers facing off in this one. On the mound for the Rockies, Kyle Freeland, Aaron Ashby for the Brewers. In this one, both teams have been allowing and scoring runs. The first few games of the series has soared over, and that's where I'm going in this one. I was looking at the first 5 over just because both pitchers are bad. The one thing that I don't really like is that the Brewers are much better against righties than lefties, but Kyle Freeland is just so bad that I think even with the righty-lefty splits, the Brewers should still be able to hit him. Rocky's really good against lefties. So this game just spells over for me. If you're looking around right now, you can get the over. Oh, it's up to 8.5. Okay. Yeah, I did get 8.5. Sorry. 8.5 plus 100 is the best you can find. Anywhere else, minus 110, minus 105. If you're looking at first five, over 4.5, best odds minus 110. So I took the 8.5 full game, got the plus money in this one, but I won't talk anybody off the first five over as well. I think we get runs early often, and this game just kind of soars over. And it could actually potentially look like a Coors Field game, potentially by the end of it. I think we get lots of runs here. Tim, Rockies Brewers, what do you think on this one?
I think saying it's like a Coors Field game is a little bit too far. No, I don't think it's gonna be that crazy. I didn't bet this game in general. I just couldn't get involved. I feel like 8.5 just seems like a weird total for these two teams. But granted, I can't take an over with Colorado on the road. I know they've done well lately, but this is a team that's won 15 games on the road. They don't hit well on the road. They don't pitch well. So if this game is going over, and if you think it's going over, you've got to hope that Milwaukee's scoring 7 to 8 by themselves. I don't see Colorado putting up that much. I will say there's a couple players in the lineup that you might want to look at. If the Colorado Rockies are going to score, maybe look at CJ Cron, who's trying to get traded. But I really can't get involved in anything in this game. If you're looking for anything, I feel like I would want to go Brewers run line, if anything. But Brewers, this series has gone 3 games already. This is the 4th game. Brewers have won all 3 so far, one of them on the run line. So this is just a game that I have zero interest in going after, and I'm just not going to be touching this one.
Rockies have kind of scored well here as of late. 9 runs, 4 runs.
They've been hitting better, but at the same time, it's still the Rockies away from Coors.
Yeah. Nick, Rockies and Brewers, what do you think here?
I took a shot with the underdog in this one in the first 5 innings. I'm on the Rockies in the first 5. I don't trust these bats for Milwaukee. I know they've been hitting better as of late, but they usually struggle against lefties, and that's exactly what they're going to be getting with Kyle Freeland here tonight. And I feel like there's a little bit of value here. I don't think we should be laying minus, 190 with Aaron Ashby. No, thank you here. I took a shot here with the underdog plus 135 in the first 5 with the Rockies.
All right. Dave, Rockies Brewers, what do you think here?
Yeah, Brewers, a team that I'm not betting anymore, I don't think. We'll see how that goes. They burnt me. They should be so much better than they are, in my opinion. I don't have a bet. I guess I lean over. Kyle Freeland is not good. Aaron Ashby is a little bit better at home. The bats for the Rockies are kind of middle of the road. The bats for the Brewers have been horrible, and both of these bullpens suck eggs. I mean, the Brewers had a good bullpen, even when Hader was out for that paternity leave. But last in July, it's 5.64. That's their ERA. That's absolute dog crap. So I guess I lean to the over. I don't know where the points are going to come from. I'm just not looking at this game at all. The prices stink. I guess the only way to bet this would be Brewers run line or over, and I don't like either of those. So
Don't believe so. Maybe he was hurt his last game or something happened. But
who's that?
Aaron Ashby. The other 2 previous games he went 4 and 5 innings. So maybe just something in that San Francisco game, but I don't really know why. He just pitched 1 inning, but I'm not sure. But we will go on to first bet stamp. Use code WILD. Find the best odds for whatever you are betting, whichever books you have access to, and follow me there at Let's Go Wild Picks for any late edition picks that I add. You can find them there. So use code WILD when signing up. Going to last pitch. I gave out my 4 picks small card for me today. I'm more excited for tomorrow's slate, but obviously the picks that I've given out I really like so far. And then I have 2 team parlays. So as I said earlier, Atlanta money line I have in a parlay. The second team is the Los Angeles Dodgers for plus 109. I get it. The Dodgers are currently minus
About $1 million.
300. The best odds you can find for them is minus 300. But I have them partnered up here with the Braves. It's Tony Gonsolin on the mound against the Washington Nationals. I think that's basically all that has to be said there. So Atlanta Dodgers plus 109. And then I have Houston and Seattle both on the money line for plus 142. Basically, a fade of Oler in Oakland and a fade of Otto in Texas. Backing Flexen and backing Odorizzi and the better teams. That's basically my rationale for that. Didn't get to any other games on the slate. Might look at that San Francisco-Arizona game a little bit later. But other than that, that's it for me. Tim, last pitch. Anything else in baseball you want to give out?
I was able to get the Reds yesterday at minus 120, which is about the most juice I'll lay. They're sitting at 135-ish now. At that point, I would lay a run line. I almost laid a run line when they're 120. I like Lodolo over Rogers, and I know Miami was able to score a little bit yesterday, but they've gotten shut out in 4 out of their last 6 games. I don't know where that offense is going to come from. So I figured that. I'm on Philadelphia, just fading everybody. It doesn't have to be pretty. I just wanted the cash. Fading the Sunday night baseball game. So I'm on the Detroit Tigers on the money line. That's about a 140 area. Royals, as I mentioned, I love the Royals today. Diamondbacks, I'm on the Diamondbacks today with a bullpen game from San Fran. And San Fran coming off of a series versus the Dodgers. I would look to fade both those teams because historically, whenever there's a Giants-Dodgers or Padres-Dodgers, the game after, normally those teams don't fare too well. So I'm on the Diamondbacks with Tyler Gilbert. I'm on Seattle with Chris Flexen. I did not touch that Washington game. And then one other snippet of information, Trey Mancini is not in the lineup today for the Baltimore Orioles. Maybe look for some trade news coming out for Trey Mancini coming out soon.
Interesting. Nick, last pitch. What do you think here?
Yeah, I'm on the first 5 under 5 with Miami and Cincinnati. I think we're getting a really high number there for, once again, a Miami team that probably couldn't hit water if they fell out of a boat. So I'm going to be on that first 5 under 5, Cincy and Miami. I understand that Cincy, the Great American Ballpark, is kind of turning into Coors Field 2.0 or Coors Field Junior, whatever. With their weather conditions, but I see a lower scoring game there, Miami and Cincy. Also a first 5 under with Detroit and San Diego. Look for the bats to start slow for San Diego, getting in late last night, and look for the bats to continue to be towards the bottom of the league for Detroit. I am also on the Rangers in the first 5 innings at plus 115. Took a shot with the dog there. Saw an interesting amount of line movement with that game. That made me very interested in the Rangers in that one there. And it's Merrill Kelly for.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to rebet that. All right, sounds good. Thank you. Yeah, I'll still bet him.
And then to close out the slate, everybody's favorite play of the day. I'm on the Nationals in the first 5 in the full game money lines. The Dodgers are minus 320. May I say more? So. This is a spot here where I'm going to, once again, go fade a minus 300 favorite. I get it. It's Gonsolin. I get it. It's the Nationals. It's not pretty, but no team should be minus 300 versus any other team. Mathematically, it is a negative EV move to be laying minus 300 juice. So I'm going to take the Nationals here in the first 5 innings at plus 210 and in the full game at plus 255 is what I got it at.
So who's ready tomorrow for everybody to come into the shows and be like, wow, the Braves ruined my parlay, or wow, the Dodgers ruined my parlay when both of them straight up lose?
Yeah, right.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the books to go. Delicious.
You can clip this. My Dodgers Atlanta parlay is cashing tonight. Dave, last pitch. What do you think here?
I too like the Marlins Reds first 5 under and the game total under. I'm betting the first 5. I think the books made a mistake. They had it at plus 100 last night. It's up around minus 115. I grabbed it at plus money. These two teams stink versus left-handed pitching. And by the way, they actually have a bunch in common. The last series for both of them, they won 2 of the 3 games. The only games they lost were against left-handed pitchers, and they weren't good left-handed pitchers. Jose Quintana was one, and Steven Matz, mediocre at best, average at best. And Steven Matz on the Cardinals is not good. So no. I think I don't care about, humidity and heat and wind and all of that comes into play a lot of the time. There are just times when teams stink.
They need to make contact in order for that to mean anything.
Yeah. And the Marlins, and did we suddenly forget where the Marlins going to, they woke up and hit a couple games. So what? They're still the Marlins. I like the under. I'm on the Orioles first 5 money line at plus money. The reason why is Voth, they've only pitched 1 game. They're both kind of middle of the road pitchers, in my opinion. But the thing that sticks out is Voth pitched 5 innings of shutout baseball versus the Rays, and Kluber got lit up for like 7 or 8 runs his last time versus the Orioles. And I like where the Orioles are headed. Give me that. And then we talked about the Angels-Royals. The only other play I have that I like is the Astros team total in the first 5 innings, 2.5 runs against the Athletics. It's Adam Euler, a guy that's been a relief pitcher, a starting pitcher, a relief pitcher. He's a hole filler. He's that sticky black stuff the guy puts in the bottom of the boat in the infomercial,
Foxy seal.
Yeah. He's there to keep them from drowning. So all the Astros have to do is get 2.5 runs. Astros one of the best hitting teams in baseball recently and the whole season. So that should be a slam dunk. So that's my last play.
And if you're ever wondering where they got Adam Oller from, he was part of the Chris Bassett trade.
Okay, there you go.
He was drafted by the Mets.
Interesting.
Only something a Mets fan would know. I don't care because he's not good.
Fair.
Well, he's young.
The only reason why I knew that is we got Bassett from him, and Bassett looked amazing his last start.
I think Bassett's a good pitcher.
Yeah.
And we'll go on to best bets, and we'll start with over or under. For me, I'm going Cleveland team total over 4.5. Nick, you're going San Diego, Detroit, first 5 under 4.5. Tim, you're going Kansas City Royals, team total over 3.5. Ryan is taking Cleveland, Boston over 9.5. And Jake is taking Milwaukee, Colorado over 8.5. Dave, is there a total that you like today?
I do. Well, there's a couple, and this is my worst category. So let's put my best bet in there, which means my best bet's probably going to lose. It's Miami, Cincinnati, first 5 under 5.
All right. And then we will go on to dog of the day. For me, no dogs. No dogs for me.
Of dogs, Terry.
Not on my card. And for the fact that I'm betting Kansas City and they're not a dog is kind of crazy, but it is what it is. Well, technically minus 105. They're almost a dog, but the rules of the show, plus 100 or better. So no dogs for me. Nick, you're going Colorado Rockies. Tim, you're going with the Philadelphia Phillies. And Ryan is taking Detroit Tigers. Dave, is there a dog that you like today?
The Orioles. Baltimore Orioles.
I like it. I didn't bet it, but I like it.
I would pick the Royals too if they were plus money, but let's wait for.
All right.
Thinking about anyway.
Best bets, best parlay pieces. For me, best parlay piece, Dodgers money line. Nick, you chose the Braves money line. And Jake took the Braves money line. Tim took Seattle money line, and Ryan took Houston money line. Dave, what do you think here for best parlay piece?
Let's throw the Astros first 5 team total over 2.5.
All right. And then going on to best bets. Nick, I'm shocked.
God damn, Nick.
I can't believe it, and the fact that you chose 2 units, I'm kind of speechless. But
Hey, I'm in last place, so I need to make up these units somehow. Every single one of my best bets are going to be 2 units. Don't get it twisted. That's just the way it is.
all right. Well, you will have to live with the shame or the happiness of your best bet record. That'll be on you. But with me, I'm going to my 2-team parlay that's cashed for me a lot. Plus 109, Dodgers, Braves, putting 1 unit on that. I'm only going to put 2 units on something when there's something I really, really like. Otherwise, it'll be a normal 1 unit. Yes, I really like this, but it's not in that super really like category. So, Nick, you're taking Washington Nationals first 5 money line plus 250.
No
Tim,
team should be minus 300. There you go.
you're going Kansas City. We'll see. Tim, you're going Kansas City Royals minus 1.5.
Yep.
Plus 185.
Yep.
Ryan is taking Seattle Mariners money line, and Jake is going 2 units on Kansas City first 5 money line. Dave, best bet. What do you think here?
Royals run line.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. I'm going to preface this. So, in like a contest setting where you're actually picking a best bet and you're being responsible, I would be taking the Royals money line because it's not a bad price.
Correct.
But this is a really good bet. I think if there's any time that the Royals could go out and spank a team, it's today.
I will advocate the same thing. I personally have my money on the money line, but for something that I'm trying to make up some ground, I'm going Royals run line.
I actually did bet the first 5 money line.
Well, we don't care.
Be careful with Boston, Trisha. That's the only thing I would say about that. No real opinion on the Giants, but I'd be careful with Boston. But that's just my opinion.
Agreed.
And yeah, with the best bet segment, yes, obviously some of these are, I don't want to say crazy, outlandish bets. But how I
He
look
wants
at
to say that about mine.
But how I look at it is the point is to be up money. So as long as you're up units, that's all that matters.
Yeah, which Nick's trying to make up ground because he's currently down about 9.62, and I'm down 3.43. We're 15th and 16th. So we're trying to make up ground.
But the thing is, for me, my best bets, they're dart throw plus monies. Like, at the end of the day, I have 10 plus plays a day, and I'm picking one that I like the most. It is what it is.
I'm with you there completely. I like all my children the same. That's why all of my advice is 1 unit advice because I like them all the same.
Yep.
So yeah, it's just a play that I like. That's plus money. That's my parameters for a best bet.
There you go.
All right, and we will pretty much finish off the show there. We had 20 people there for a second, so
there you go.
It's been a while since hockey season since we've had that many. So thanks to everybody that's watching. If you're watching on Twitter, come join us on YouTube. We'd love to have you in the live chat. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the content, smash the like button. We appreciate all the support. I'll have a free pick video coming out tonight for a game that I really like tomorrow. Maybe 2.
I have a feeling I know what game that is. I've already locked in a play on that game too.
Yes, so I will be doing a free pick video.
We're on the same page.
Yeah, you might be on the free pick video with me, but we'll see. So stay tuned for that later tonight. But smash the like button, and we will see you again tomorrow for another episode. Getting well, Terry and friends. Best of luck tonight, guys.